I'm Jasmine and I've been building this container house alone and with no experience in the remote Australian bush. Last week I installed all my windows downstairs with much difficulty, I might add. I was first quoted $70,000 to purchase new windows for this house, and because I only have a budget of $100K, that was never going to happen. So instead I found good quality antique windows at a salvage yard for $3,000 and I restored them to new over a few months. The process was long and tiring but worth it because these are Jarrah timber, which is the same timber I'm using for my decking boards, which I made myself from the trees on my property that had to be felled. Jarrah is a high quality, extremely dense timber that's termite, fire and rot resistant, which is important in remote Oz. And I sealed both the windows and decking boards with xanthria resin varnish that I made myself from the xanthrias on my property to make them termite and waterproof. The downstairs windows are looking gorgeous. But today I'm about to level up because now I need to install all my upstairs windows, and that means getting them up there. But I'm convinced that with a winch and a pulley you could move the world, so this should be child's play. You ready? Oh, it's going. Oh, this is going very well so far. There we go. God, I got it pretty bloody centered too. I'm gonna see if I can pull it in. Oh my gosh. Ah! Hey! I fucking did it. I fucking did it. Come on, come on. Yes. Well done, Jasmine. Can you believe I just did it? Did you see me lifting that window? Ooh, I feel strong. You know the drill, I gotta wind her down so she lays onto the deck and then I can pull her inside. I've got my dolly up there and I've set up like plywood leading into the house so I can just pull it along there. Not to rain on my own parade, but I do think this is the lightest one out of all the ones I have to get up there. She's down. Lucy, righty tighty. We're leaving the biggest one till last today. Let's move on to this one. Hear the kookaburras? I love kookaburras, eh? Right, are they laughing at me because it's gonna rain? Is it beer o'clock yet? Let's attempt to pull her in. Hell yeah. Very nice. Should be able to lower her down from there. Whee! Ready for the drop? Woo. Oh, that was smooth. Right, wait, which way's which? Stairs, bedroom. Delivered. Wait. Also guys, very exciting news. The plumber is coming today to make a quote, basically. I think he's like, yeah, I'll come check out what you've done so that I can provide a quote. Very exciting. He's coming in about half an hour. So wish me luck that it's as low as possible because the budget is tight right about now. So, what we're gonna do is I'll get down this tarp, I'll set up a pulley up there and set up the winch somewhere down here and then just lift her into place. Then we should be able to screw her and silicone her. Pretty chuffed with how easy that was. Still waiting on beer o'clock though. So last week I was able to get 4 of the windows into place just by lifting them, but it's not going to be the case for these ones up here. They're very big and it's risky business because apart from this one, they are all over a massive big drop to downstairs, basically into the downstairs deck. So it's definitely going to be a winch and pulley situation. Then hopefully just pull her into place, screw her in, silicone, and that'll be easy because I've got the deck out here. I've got a silicone externally. However, if you haven't worked it out yet, that means for these ones back here, I have to be on the outside 2 stories up, which means getting out my old mate scaffolding, which we all know I'm not the biggest fan of. Finally got my little pulley system set up here. Not far to go, thankfully. Should we pull her up? A bit more, or can I lift it? Probably a bit more. A little bit more, maybe. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And my mallet. Gosh, these windows are getting easier and easier. Knock on wood. Another window successfully in place. Surely beer o'clock, right? But not quite, because I first need to screw it in and silicone it up, but close. For these windows, I first cut the holes out of my containers and then made steel angle frames and welded them into the holes. Then I also framed out the holes with steel framing so the window sits on both frames. Cheers, guys. That's me done for the day. It is all screwed in and siliconed. Now it just needs its casements and eventually flashing over the top. But I'm gonna leave those ones over the back of the deck until tomorrow because I'm definitely gonna need a lot of light. Glorious day it is today. Wow, give me that sun. Now I don't want to jinx myself here or be too much of a hypocrite, but I feel like this winter hasn't been as bad, which is probably funny to say because I probably have been saying 24/7, I hate winter, I hate rain, stop raining on my parade, things along these lines. So I'm probably wrong, or it's climate change, but I swear it hasn't rained as much this year. So I don't know what that's about. I love it, but I know my rainwater tank doesn't love it. And I'm not going to love it in the future if I run out of water. But right now, I'm enjoying this sun. Okay, this is going to be really hard. Like, look at this. That is a long way down. So in reality, I think there's a couple ways I can do this. I can either set a pulley up here onto my roof and then connect it down by a winch and rope down to the wraparound deck. Or I could set up like a couple of pulleys basically so I can lead them outside onto the deck here. However, problem with that is there is literally nowhere to connect them to. I don't have hooks showing anymore, and the top tracks are right up against the roof. So either way, it's a nightmare waiting to happen. I said waiting to happen. It hasn't happened yet, okay? So I think my only real option, because there is not really a way to attach it up here, the pulley system. So I think that can only mean one thing. We're gonna have to get out my old nemesis. Scaffolding. We all know how much I love moving this big unit. So let's get down onto the wraparound deck and let's move it all the way around to the back. I mean, I was gonna have to do it anyway to silicone. So we may as well do it now. I think it's just the best way, and then I can hook it up inside here. Obviously I won't have the window outside, I'll have it inside, and then just pulley it up. Basically the same system I did on the front windows. Look at my bloody trench. The plumber came and he was like, well, that's bloody annoying, isn't it? And I was like, yeah, I was thinking that would suck for you. Phase one is complete. Move the scaffolding. That only took 45 minutes. It'll be so good to never have to move that again. Oh, it'll be so good to bloody take it down. Not the taking it down part, but just to have it gone. A lot of people ask why I don't use some of the scaffolding inside. That takes 2 days to assemble and 2 days to deassemble. So there is no way that I'm just going to be assembling, deassembling all the time, because it is way too much effort. And it was like ridiculously hard. Putting that scaffolding together alone was one of the hardest things I've done on this build. It was insane, because those black things there, I had to get them up like that. I had to get that up on top. I had to get this one up on top, and they're bloody heavy. So next phase, I need to attach the pulley. Then I'm going to have to actually move it back again so that I can attach the winch down here onto the deck, and then I'll be able to clamp it through the window inside. Actually, that reminds me, so while I'm up there attaching the pulley now, I'll take down that tarp. So let's do that now. I think the hardest part of this is just going to be like all the little bits, like moving the scaffolding around, attaching pulleys and winches, but I think the actual getting the window into place isn't going to take too long at all. Let's do it. I am ready to winch her up. There may be a bit of fuckery here because I may have to go up and down to kind of get it into place and then do the winch and everything. So I'm gonna get my steps in today for sure. I actually got a little thing for my steps because I wanted to know how many steps I did a day, because I do so much, but I'll realize my phone's never on me because it's always filming. So that's why I got this. Let's lift her up. I bloody hope this works, otherwise I don't know what I'm gonna do. I am gonna have to lower it because there's not enough room for it to come back so that this doesn't hit the top and then slip into place. So I'm gonna have to lower it a bit. So I'm wondering next time if it's actually better to put it on the front there. Oh my God, I am not kidding you when I say this has taken the majority of the day. Wow. All I can hope right now is that this one here does not take the same amount, because that is going to be a nightmare. But tick, it is in. It is in finally. The hard part about these ones that are up the top, over the back deck, is you need to arrange ideally from the front and the bottom. Also, because they're heavier, it's the best to like get it up, you know, straight in, because I'm lifting with the pulley, it's on an angle, and so it's not fitting perfectly into that hole unless you get it straight. So usually I would arrange it from the front and the back like I did downstairs. However, I cannot do that from here because I can't have the pulley there and the scaffolding there at the same time. We're there, we're finally there. Alright, I'm gonna get it screwed in before it bloody falls out and breaks down there. And once it's screwed in, I'm gonna take off the pulley, get the scaffolding back over here, and I'll be able to silicone it all up. Be great if I could get the casement on too, but I want to definitely get that other window in today. My, would you look at the time? Actually, it looks quite blue still. Oh my gosh, pretty pink sky. That one took a long time to silicone in, hey, like a long time. I'm guessing it's the first one I've done on the scaffolding, so that's probably why. Now, I'm not going to put the casement in because I definitely want to get this other one in today because that's the hard part, getting them into place. And then that'll be all my windows in for now. Even if I don't have time to silicone, which I probably won't, I'll need to get the casements in anyway. But if I can just get it in and get it screwed in so it's definitely into place, then I will be a happy chappy. Oh no, you can barely see. This is not good. Sorry guys, I'm pulling it up now. Oh, I think I need to let it down. Yeah. I do. Just bloody in. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm worried. So I'm going to screw this in real quick so that's definitely in place, and then that is insane. Look at it. I can't wait to put the like there's two ones that open out like this, but they don't open out the full way. They've got like stoppers, and that's because it's so far off of the ground. So they can't open up fully because that's dangerous. Oh my gosh, I can't believe, can you believe that all my windows actually fit? I was so worried that I was gonna go to put them in and that they wouldn't bloody fit. And this has just gone way better than expected. I'm so glad that I made those steel angle frames around the actual window. Pat on the back. I am tired but satisfied. I reckon that calls for knock-off time. There's no way I'm getting out there on that scaffolding in the dark to silicone this. It would be a bloody nightmare anyway. So I'll silicone it up tomorrow and we can get the casements in for here and here and that one over there. All my windows will be completed. I'm pretty stoked with my efforts. Like the fact that these all bloody fit. Oh, it's a good bloody feeling. It is a good bloody feeling because that could have been a disaster. I am still extremely worried about the bifold doors though. Not as worried about the laundry door because it doesn't actually come with a frame, so I'm gonna have to make a frame for it anyway, so like I can make it to size. However, I am worried about making a frame because I've never made a frame before, so yeah, it should be interesting, but things to not think about right now when I'm exhausted. So I will see you guys in the morning and we can get this all finished up. Once I've got all the casements on too, I'm gonna drop all the tarps that are covering all the windows, not like where the door openings are, but all the ones with the windows, and hopefully get a good drone shot to show you guys because yeah, that's gonna be a moment. That's gonna be a real good moment. All right, good night, beautiful people. I'll see you in the morning.
Let it shine across your skin. Step out, dream in ocean. Let the brighter days begin. Anytime, love it.
It's a new day and I have sunlight. Look at those little cutesy windows up there. Now, do not be deceived by this sunlight. It is still bloody freezing, but I need to get up there. I need to get this one siliconed all up, and then I can get the casements on and I will be done. So last week when I installed my downstairs windows, I also told you that I was reusing the old hinges and all the window hardware that's going with it. So I removed all the rust and the paint and I sprayed them to look like new. Now I just need to install the casements into place.
Let the brighter days begin. Every time when you smile.
And that's a wrap on the window installation stage for now, and lockup is calling me. So with my windows in place, I think it's time to get my doors installed and officially get my container home at lockup stage. The blue film will be staying on for a little longer to protect them, but don't worry, it will come off soon. It's been an absolute pleasure sharing every step of my solo container home build with you, and I can't wait to share the future stages to come. As always, thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you next Sunday.
Two souls bound together by the promises we've made. Every dream coming true. When both our hearts say I do. Do. Ooh.